Hi, this is Dodger and you're watching my show. So I met Jesse Cox IRL for the first time ever today. He came to the office. He's a super funny dude. If you've ever watched the Game Station podcast, he's OMFG Kata on the Game Station podcast. Good times. So, for news, first thing, I have been looking so forward to Jet Set Radio's HD re-release, and apparently they're having a lot of problems getting the okay to be able to use all of the original songs. So it's really depressing. This new release is only gonna have about half of the same tracks, because they never planned ahead. They didn't think that this game would be so big that it would merit a re-release at any point. It's interesting because in the movie industry, they do plan ahead that way, because they know that eventually there's going to be better formats. And so it's not the same for the games industry. They haven't realized there was going to be this much of a pull until now. So now that all these classic games are re-releasing, the ones that had original scores, totally fine. The ones that actually pulled from outside sources, having a lot of issues. There is a trailer for the HD version and it does make me super excited because I love the art style in this game. I miss it so much. Jet Set Radio Future and I were like besties. But if you want to watch the trailer, I will link you to that, but be aware. We're only gonna have about half of the same songs. It's so depressing. Next up, any of you that ever played Wasteland? It was a game that came out when I was 1 year old. It was in 1988. It was the Adventure Game of the Year, and it was like the original apocalyptic RPG where you had to make like moral choices and things mattered and there was kind of a sandbox element to it. It really was one of the pioneers. So since then they've been asked so many times whether or not they're going to make a sequel, and they've wanted to, and that's actually why they made Fallout, because they couldn't get the rights to make a Wasteland 2. So they're like, well, we'll make Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. They didn't make Fallout 3, but they made the first two. And now, they've been, like, all these years, they've been going to different companies saying, we really want to make a Wasteland 2, people really want a Wasteland 2, and nobody will put their money behind it. Now, I'm sure that you all remember Schaefer getting a lot of money at Kickstarter for his project. So Interplay was like, alright, if people want a Wasteland 2, then maybe they'll help us out with a Kickstarter, and we can just make it ourselves. I love the movement of this sort of stuff happening, and I know that when you hear about it, when you read so many articles about it, you're like, ugh, another company doing a Kickstarter, really? But think about it this way. Not just one instance of this happening is going to make anybody pay a lot of attention. But if people continue to take into their own hands what sort of games they want to play, it's going to make companies start to rethink the way that they do business. So even though Interplay was going to all of these publishers and every publisher was saying, you know, we'd get our money behind this if, say, it was a first-person shooter. You know, if we thought we were gonna make more money out of this, then maybe. This is a situation where they don't even have to deal with that. They can just go to the actual people who are going to play their games and say, do you want this? And people can say, yeah, I want that. Here, I'll give you some money. The dude at Razer gave them like $10,000. He was like, I love the original Wasteland. I'd love for you guys to make a Wasteland 2. There you go. This is gonna turn into a thing. I think that there are gonna be more and more devs who are going, you know what? You know what? People would like my game. I don't care if you don't get it. People would love it. Oh, that Wasteland Kickstarter also had a Kickstarter video that is hilarious, so you guys have to watch that too. And I think that's it. Oh, there's actually a Kickstarter a friend of mine is doing that sounded so cool and I wanted to tell you guys about it. Oh, I can't even remember what it is though. I'll tell you guys about it next time because I think it's super cool. You guys should totally check it out, but I can't remember what it is. I feel so bad. As a final bit of news, this weekend, Thursday through Monday, you will be able to play Star Wars The Old Republic for free if you want. Yes, it's beginning Thursday, March 15th at 12:01 a.m. Central Time, running until Monday, March 19th at 2:00 a.m. Central Time. You can download the free client, and then you'll be able to play. There's a FAQ page if you have any questions about it, and I will link you guys to that as well. Anywho, that is my show. Thank you so much for watching. If you have a positive or a negative response, feel free to leave it in my comment section, and if you want to have coffee with me, you can click wherever I put the annotation and it'll take you to my other channel. But otherwise, I hope that you guys have an awesome day, and I will talk to you again on Friday. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah.
Here you go.